This is Michael Popok, Legal AF. Will Rupert Murdoch, testifying this week in deposition, help or hurt the case of Smartmatic, who also has a defamation case, much like the Dominion voting systems case that led to an almost $1 billion settlement because Dominion and Smartmatic were bashed by Fox News and defamed by them, claiming they were involved with a mass conspiracy involving the Venezuelans and the Chinese to use Smartmatic software inside of Dominion hardware and have votes flipping in favor of Biden over Trump. That came out of the feverish mind and dreams of Sidney Powell, the now disgraced, indicted, convicted, and almost lost her bar license lawyer for Donald Trump and others, Rudy Giuliani, Jenna Ellis at the time, and the rest, Mike Lindell. And so that whole scheme led to these two lawsuits. They traveled separately because Dominion filed in Delaware, got a very fast track with a very fast trial setting and a lot of positive rulings in their favor on summary judgment. That'll happen, it seemed like a lifetime ago. So long ago that Rupert Murdoch left the organization, kind of got kicked out as chairman or chairman emeritus, and Lachlan Murdoch, in a real-life game of succession, took over. But that doesn't mean he's not a witness and not a witness for Smartmatic. Now, Smartmatic is probably a year behind Dominion because New York courts move slower. New York courts move slower. It's in New York State Court instead of in Delaware. They could have followed up, and if I were them, they're probably kicking themselves that they didn't file in Delaware, but they filed in New York, and the judges made some preliminary rulings in their favor, but the case is nowhere near out of the starting blocks. It's just getting out now. We're just doing the discovery or what's called depositions, which are questions and answers under oath as if it's in a court of law. And that's what Rupert Murdoch is going to be doing this week. Now, we already know what his testimony is going to be. The advantage to Smartmatic, I mean, it's like good news, bad news. The bad news is they didn't just file in Delaware and get their case and get their $1 billion already in settlement from Fox News, because you know they're going to have to settle. They filed in New York. The bad news is, that's the bad news. The good news is they already know from Dominion where all the bodies are buried, all the good testimony is. They've already got the transcripts from that case. They've got the evidence from that case, the emails, Bartiromo, Lou Dobbs, Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, producers, and the like. They know that privately, all of those people said, this is a crackpot, nutty theory that Trump, Giuliani, Powell are promoting. Yet they went on night after night, hour after hour, bashing Smartmatic in order to improve their ratings and almost destroyed this company. And that's why they're seeking $2.7 billion and have let it be known after the Dominion settlement, they're not going to settle for anything less than $1 billion. That's a floor at least. And so that's what we're watching now with the trial phase or the pretrial phase of the case in New York is now all about the evidence collection. And now they have the advantage because Rupert Murdoch was already deposed in the Dominion case. He did terribly. He had to admit that what was going on the air was inconsistent with whatever the values of the company were, that he didn't realize that a lot of these people knew or should have known that the allegations against Smartmatic and Dominion were false, or he never would have let it go on the air. So he basically conceded the case. Defamation that caused damage or injury, right? Done with actual malice without regard to whether it's true or false. That's the case. And just like Rupert Murdoch and the others in their depositions led to a summary judgment in their favor in Delaware, which led to the settlement without a trial, same thing's going to happen in Smartmatic. Rupert Murdoch, Lachlan Murdoch, the president of News Corporation, now Tucker Carlson, no longer with Fox News, but I'm sure who has an obligation to cooperate under his separation agreement. All the other producers that were fired by Fox News because they wouldn't play along. Sean Hannity, Lou Dobbs, who got fired by Fox News. Oh, they're all coming back. They're not happy about it, but they're going to have to cooperate because I'm sure in their exit packages when they were paid, there's an obligation to cooperate with the lawyers for Fox News and Fox Corporation in their testimony. If you're like me, morning coffee, non-negotiable. But I was tired of either waiting in line for an overpriced cup or settling for gritty, bitter coffee at home. Now I've switched to using AeroPress and I'm never going back. It's so easy and convenient and incredibly unique. I never knew coffee at home could taste this good. AeroPress is like a French press, only better. It's the only press that uses a patented 3-in-1 brew technology, combining the best of several brew methods into one portable device for a completely unique and delicious flavor profile. Smooth, rich, and full-bodied, without the bitterness and grit found in other presses. And as a bonus, AeroPress can brew thousands of recipes. AeroPress travels better than others too. It's compact and incredibly durable. That means you'll never have to endure terrible coffee at the hotel, on the job, or on an adventure again. It brews and cleans in less than 2 minutes. Just add medium fine coffee grounds, pour in hot water, stir for 5 seconds, brew for 30 seconds, then press into your favorite mug and enjoy. There's a reason why AeroPress is the barista's favorite home brewing tool. AeroPress is the best reviewed coffee press on the planet, with more than 55,000 5-star reviews. Thoughtful, proven, and under $50, AeroPress is the perfect gift or stocking stuffer for every coffee lover in your life this holiday season. Don't settle for less than the best. They'll love it. AeroPress is shockingly affordable, less than $50, and we've got an incredible offer for our audience. Visit aeropress.com/legalaf. That's AEROPRESS.com/legalaf to save up to 20%. That's aeropress.com/legalaf to save up to 20%. It's time to ditch the drive-thru, toss the French press, and say yes to better mornings fueled by better coffee. AeroPress ships to the USA and over 60 countries around the world. And we thank AeroPress for sponsoring our show. Rupert Murdoch is unemployed. He lost his job. He got kicked out by the company, and Lachlan took over in as a real-life game of succession. So knowing what we know about Rupert Murdoch, comments that he made that were detrimental to the Fox News position, which they're going to hone in on by Smartmatic because they got the benefit, like I said, of the Dominion prior trial and results. He will be a terrible witness for Fox News. I am actually surprised, just a moment of personal exception. I am personally surprised as a practicing lawyer that they haven't already settled that case. Fox News. Like off the heel, maybe not in the first day or two after Dominion because that was still in the air, but like since then, the last 5-6 months, how it is malpractice, as fiduciaries, not to settle that case with whatever money you have left and try to get out of here. The problem is the numbers are so big. They just did almost $1 billion. Now, almost $800 million. Now, these people want that and or more. And there are limits to what even Fox News has cash on hand. But I think they're not going to have a choice because to be ripped through the mud again and pilloried in public in New York in a trial and have Rupert Murdoch, 92-year-old Rupert Murdoch, whatever he's going to be, take the stand, and Lachlan Murdoch and the other Murdoch and the president of the company and all these talking heads. I mean, it's devastating for the underlying value, enterprise value of the company for which they are stewards and fiduciaries. I mean, if I were the stockholders and the institutional stockholders of Fox News, I'd try to get all the Murdochs out of there, get them all out. Are they making judgments in the best interest of the shareholders and stakeholders and for those for which they're a fiduciary? And I would argue and posit to you that they are not. The fact that they're putting Rupert Murdoch up once again, everybody got canned the last time. The general counsel got canned. The president of the news division got moved around. Tucker Carlson got fired. Lou Dobbs got fired. They basically fired Rupert Murdoch. This is not going to go well for them. But we'll continue to follow. We won't get much information from this particular event of Rupert Murdoch testifying because it's all sealed and confidential for now until there's an opportunity for Smartmatic to file their motion for summary judgment, which we know is coming. We don't need a trial judge. The facts are undisputed. Here's what happened, just like you don't need a trial in Delaware. And I think it'll be very compelling. And that entire raft of information, all those deposition transcripts of Rupert Murdoch, all those emails, once again, are going to be put in the public record in New York. And we'll follow it then on Legal AF, the leading podcast at the intersection of law, politics, and justice. And we'll bring it to you on hot takes just like this one. I do hot takes like this about every day, if not every hour. And then you can catch me on Legal AF, that leading podcast. For ratings purposes, keep us afloat, keep us moving. Give me a thumbs up, write a comment. It really does help. Free subscribe to the MeidasTouch network. Help them get to 2 million free subscribers. So until my next hot take, leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Until my next Legal AF, this is Michael Popok reporting.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.